boys. I guess he's gonna be here.
The stream is live now. It would be a proper time for us to apologize for the
Yeah, let's just go ahead and apologize, Bryson.
just regarding.
The show ain't started yet. No,
No, man, you don't tell me when to apologize.
no.
You can't tell us when to apologize.
No, I'm gonna bring it up.
Make sure everything sounds all right.
First of all, for 3.5 quarters, that was the most shittiest game I ever seen in my life. Between Missouri and Oklahoma. And then all of a sudden, they just started playing. It was a defensive scoop and score for Missouri, and then
Preston, where you at?
Scoop and score for Oklahoma.
Y'all say what's up in the chat. Say, hurry up, Preston. Where we at? Preston, where you at?
Who's that on the picture?
On the
Are you kidding?
I think that's.
Are you kidding me right now?
That's Bryson and Shane McMahon. He's probably not a wrestling fan. There's a lot of not wrestling fans.
I mean, I know who Vince McMahon is. I'm an old school wrestling man.
Wow.
That's his son. He's old school. That's his son. That's the son. He always bought out. Here comes
the money. Here we go. Here comes the money. Money. Boy. Dollar. Shout out to the kneecaps.
You see your kneecap?
Oh no, Josh was thinking. Look at that kneecap. Josh,
I was like, dude, all I could see was his kneecap. I thought it was in a goddamn beef jerky commercial.
There he is.
Beef jerky.
Sweet chin,
yeah, baby.
He looks like the old trapper.
They'll say what's up in the chat. We're gonna get started here in just a minute.
What's up, Preston?
What's up, man?
Preston?
How you doing?
I'm all right.
Mac.
I guess Joey Logano got it. Fucker.
I don't agree with it, but I got it.
He's got 3 now.
Yeah, the only reason I can't complain about it too much is because everybody knows the format before the season starts.
Shout to Clay.
What was I going to say?
It's always pinball.
So what's the rule? What's the deal with the rules with the? So they were saying about the rules, I guess, with the NASCAR. I guess just the new rule, the point system. Is that what it is? Is that what they were talking about? I know. Well, I know Logano was saying, "Oh, well, that's what the rules are now. You should."
Yeah.
You know,
well, I mean,
changed.
yeah. So the reason he's getting a lot of flack for it is he had an average finish of 17th this entire season.
Yeah, he was awful during the regular season.
But like guys like Joey Logano, I mean not Joey Logano, but Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin didn't get to race for a championship. Kyle Larson led the series with 6 wins. That was double what anybody else had going into the championship round. So it's just crazy. It's kind of crazy that the championship is determined by a winner-take-all race, like one race. You have 26 races to build your resume to make the playoffs. You have 3 rounds of 3 races, and then
I don't like it either. But only thing I did agree, like I don't know, I feel like they should come to like a agreement here because I mean, yeah, he was right about it, I guess. From my understanding, I'm not a huge NASCAR guy, but the way it used to be, it was just like somebody could be so far ahead that it was over after a while, in the last race. But I mean, I do get it. Yeah, that's part of
That's part of the reason I stopped keeping up with NASCAR because they change the rules every year.
Yeah. My granddad used to watch it all the time. He's not into it anymore.
Like I don't even know what the rules are, and then they split the race up.
Let me tell you what it's all about.
They got three different things. Like you can win the first 2, and then whoever wins the last segment is the winner of the race. It's like what the hell? You got 3 segments.
Yeah. The best racing is done on dirt. That is just plain and simple.
Yeah, but I mean, still.
It depends on what you're looking for, sure.
Yeah. I think he's saying like watching. Watching a race. Well, I don't know.
I tell you, man, truck racing I think is the best.
But anyway, everybody here, everybody good. We're gonna start here. Just a minute.
I'll tell you what I did do today while I had some free time. I took my top 12 and I made my own playoff bracket.
Good. We want to hear that because I didn't do that. So, tonight I know everybody, y'all, the other two probably didn't do it either. So let's hear Preston's
Let's hear your top 12.
We'll hear your top. Hey, I think we should do that. I think we should. If not everybody does it, maybe one of us come up with it each week. Our top 12. I don't know. Maybe we'll do something like that. I got to pull up what the bracket was anyway. I had it up, but yeah, because I know I had some complaints about it. But anyway, all right. Here we go. All right, everybody good? We good? All right, here we go, boys. Going live. Recording for the podcast and the YouTube. Say what's up in the chat. Throw some questions out there. Whoever joins. And here we go.
Oh, you didn't know?
What you think of? Was he a quarterback?
Your ass better call somebody.
Texas would never be back. I'm putting that shit on my grave. Horns down on my grave, son.
Dabo is going to wheel his boys to a big victory this coming Monday.
A big victory. It's damn Georgia Tech.
That game ain't a top 50 game, man. South Carolina go in there. They're going to get dispersed.
Shout out to the boys again, going another 4-0 on the parlay, hitting again. 8-0. We are 8-0 on the season. If you listen to the podcast, you want to win some money, tune in.
No dogs. No tigers.
Roll Tide, roll. Roll RMFT. Roll motherfucking Tide.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the College Football Weekly Matchup. Week number 12. Had a fantastic week. I know the man to the right of me had a very good week. I guess he still left me on the stream, whatever. But yeah, had a good week coming back from North Carolina, Cherokee to gamble, watch some games. I know the guys, I'm guessing the guys I know one of them with the old Roll Tide Popeye over there had a good week about 7:30 on Saturday night. Josh, we'll get into your week. How was your week of college football?
Yeah, man, it's like any other Saturday. Sit out here and watch all the games. You know, Alabama comes on late. You know, I can sit around and wait. You know, my son's birthday party was Sunday, so, you know, his 12th birthday party. His birthday was Friday. And so my wife's decorating Saturday night because we're doing one more last birthday party for him because he probably won't do no parties, you know, after you turn 12, 13, 14, you want to do stuff with your friends. So she decorated for him. It was a little hectic. My nerves were a little shot. I kind of watched the game by myself a little bit. Then she came and watched the end of it and, you know, wanted to know where everybody was in the stands. And I was like, well, you know, they rushed the parking lot early, about like South Carolina or Ole Miss rushed the field early. And then we sent them coonasses to the parking lot, dude. I ain't never seen them move that stadium that empty that early in the game.
Yeah. What a game that was. I mean, yeah, really.
Back.
I had me on the edge of my seat the whole game, right?
God, I mean, nah.
And they knew it was coming. LSU can't tackle, man. I don't know. They knew it was coming. I mean, why throw the ball when you can run it 12 times for 185 yards? Why throw the ball? I mean, he threw the ball when he needed to. He threw one long pass that Ryan Williams missed, and I don't know. You can blame it on the rain or whatever, but he dove and it hit him in the hands. Man, it would have been like a 75-yard pass to the goal line, but he missed it. And I don't know. The offensive coordinator was just like, we're just going to run it, and once they stop us, then we'll do something else. And they never did.
Yeah, Preston here tonight. Another winning team on the show, unlike the two on the couch here. How was your week?
Week was great, man. I definitely, it is what it is. There was a lot of good football that was played on Saturday. I watched the 12 o'clock game. I watched the 3:30 game. I did not really get to watch much of the Georgia game. I didn't watch a lick of that game until about a minute and a half to go because Clemson was playing Virginia Tech on the road, and we couldn't do anything. Surprise, surprise. The offense has just disappeared. Like they have the last 2 years, they have just disappeared. And like that, like gone. I had a buddy text me. He was like, "Hey, are you watching the Georgia game?" I was like, "No, I can't watch." He was like, "Well, you're up 21 points." I'm like, "Well, if I walk away, they might block another kick." Going into halftime, losing 7-0. And I'm not sure what's going on. The team has just, I don't know what they've done the last 2 weeks, but they need to swap it. And we got 3 weeks left. But I did get to watch the Alabama game. I watched the second half of it at Buffalo Wild Wings. Alabama put a whooping on those boys on Saturday. And definitely got to see the highlights of the Ole Miss game as well. So it was nice.
Yeah. Bryson here with us after a big 5-leg parlay on the weekend. Rich man.
Thank you.
Whatever you call it. I guess he didn't blow all of it back. Yeah.
He's a hell of a softball pitcher too, by the way.
Thank you. I don't know how that even came up at your work. I was going to ask you about that, but that's so random. But me and Chris put down a Cherokee this past weekend. Boys was re-sweating Saturday night. That Arizona State and UCF game was a hell of a game. Hit my little 5-leg parlay, put in $20, won $800. That paid for my trip. That's going straight to the savings account. Shout to the boys, Florida. We suck. I mean, my God. Texas put it on us. It's just a shame. I mean, I expect us to lose, but not that bad. If I'm a Georgia fan, I'm worried. Shout to the captain. Shout to the Cox. Cox are ranked now. Carolina putting on a hell of a show. But yeah, it was a great time at Casino, man. That 5-leg parlay was insane.
Yeah, mine ended quick. I had it all right, but I took the over in the Georgia Tech. Well, the one I would have hit, the same one as him, I took over in Georgia Tech Miami, which started out strong, but didn't end very well. They kind of went in stalemate after the first half. But yeah, shout out to Miami, Oregon, and BYU. Shout out to Kirk throwing. Yeah. Shout out to him. Sorry. But he did make some back. We'll hope for him. NFL didn't go too great for us that day, so we did. Well, I mean, it went, but team-wise, it went good for me. No, NFL as far as bets didn't go too well.
Yeah, NFL was rough. I had
came close.
Had a first touchdown. Saquon Barkley. Of course, he gets stopped on the 1-yard line, and they do the tush push. Jalen Hurts gets the first touchdown in the game. That would have won me some more money. We placed a slot, shout to pinball. It was always pinball. But
had a good time.
Had a great time.
Had a good time. Anyway, well, hopefully we'll get to go back.
Shout to cranberry and vodka.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll go back. If you are in the chat, say what's up. We're going to get in, recap a couple games here before we get into our picks for the week. First game we'll do, Georgia falling to Ole Miss 28-10. Scored first, couldn't, but Carson Beck continues to show he is not it. Josh, thoughts on the game?
Well, the first part of that game, and quarterback for Ole Miss threw that interception and hurt his ankle. Then he went to the tent, went to the locker room. I was like, oh shoot, and then Georgia scores, and I'm like, man, this might turn out ugly for Ole Miss. But they sent the backup in. He drove them right down the field. They never flinched. That's a difference in Ole Miss. The old Ole Miss would have folded right there. Momentum was heavy in Georgia's favor right there at the beginning of the game, and then I don't know, they just sucked the air out of Georgia's momentum and confidence. And the defense, Ole Miss's defense played pretty good, but their offense looked really good. Especially it was wet, and I mean there was guys running wide open. I can't remember the last time I seen a Kirby Smart defense secondary where they just leaving guys wide open across the middle of the field. Ole Miss.
I mean, we all know that's Georgia's weakness is their secondary.
Yeah, but guys running wide open like that. I mean, there was hardly any contested catches. Them guys was wide open.
Well, we've seen the secondary for Georgia allow guys to get open in the backfield. Typically, the defensive line for Georgia is such a hellacious front, they can stop the quarterback from even getting that ball to him. I mean, I've seen it happen before. It's just the defensive line just was not able to get to the quarterback.
Main difference for me. I mean, Georgia cannot run the damn football. Georgia is a running team. They've been a running team every year. This has got to be the worst running. I mean, I know Ole Miss is like top 5 in rushing defense, maybe number 1. I don't know. But main difference. I mean,
no, y'all be facing the number 1 rush defense Saturday.
Well, yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll bounce back, but we'll see. We'll get into that. But like I said, Beck, it's not doing too hot.
You don't.
You said what?
So I got $20 says you don't.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it when we get to that game. But no, like I said, Beck not doing too hot. Secondary not doing too hot. Why Josh? When the quarterback, when Dart went down, I literally said, I was like, uh-oh. I said Georgia scored. I said I might just go lock in, do an alternate line for Georgia if he goes down. I'll try. I was about to rush to the betting machine, the kiosk, and I'm glad I did not. Do that. Agreed. Looks like GA.
Yeah, and that backup quarterback, me and Clay was talking. I was like, oh, he wears number 13. Oh, he's left-handed. I mean, he looked like damn Tua out there playing the first couple. That throwing a run. I said, oh hell, here they come, hotty toddy. But and everybody thought I was crazy when I said Ole Miss is going to beat Georgia in regular season.
Who thought you were crazy?
A lot of people did at work. A lot of people.
I was about to say, but we all picked.
I mean, people thought I was crazy to think that wasn't going to happen. I said Ole Miss will probably beat them in the regular season. The Georgia come back. I don't know if it's going to happen now, but beat them in the SEC championship. That's probably not going to happen.
I will say, and I'm not making any excuses. But Georgia had a very easy schedule last year. Georgia probably had the easiest schedule in college football last year.
Georgia got the toughest schedule now.
They got the toughest schedule in college football this year.
No more divisions, no more skating in the East.
Exactly. So I will say that, but they got to play better though. But anyway, let's get into some more games here. We had Texas dominating Florida, 49-17. Bryson, any thoughts there besides?
God. Yeah, I mean, I rode the 40 Florida money line. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll hand up accountability. I'll take the money loss on that one.
So can't win big if you don't play big.
I'm not saying we're gonna win the game, but it might have been a little bit better. Man, we got a quarterback from Yale. I mean, he's trying his best. Defense is awful. I mean, I don't know. We're in the shambles right now.
Whose idea was it to take this guy from Yale?
I don't know.
I mean, he's awful. He's god awful.
Shout out, Billy getting his contract extended. Shout out to Billy. I don't know what the hell they were thinking.
I mean, why not just run the Wildcat? I mean, seriously.
At this point, I mean, the Sun Belt plays don't work. The Sun Belt plays will never work in this type of SEC football. Man in motion, handoff, draw, man in motion, handoff. It doesn't work. I mean, hell. I mean, this is.
I mean, he has got to be one of the worst quarterbacks I've ever seen start for an SEC school.
He is. He's very bad.
He's
very bad. Man. I thought watching him against Georgia the first couple plays, I was like, he made one good throw. And I was like, oh, this kid might be pretty good. And then after that, it was like, ooh.
We're not like Bama and, back in the days, throw those quarterbacks out. Somebody got down. Here comes another one. Here's 5-star. Now, we go from 5-star to top graduate student at Yale. I mean, it just doesn't work like that for Florida. And, it sucks for us. But, ride or die. I with my team. Let's go Gators.
I had to ride
better next season.
I rode
a tough couple of games coming up, but
I did the alternate line. I did plus 27.5. That didn't work either. So
they
lost that too.
Yeah, I'm absolutely destroyed. I mean, it is an embarrassment.
Any other thoughts on that game? I
think we can go to the next one.
Were you guys surprised at all? No, not really. Nobody's surprised. I didn't think so. All right, Bama. Woo. Dominating LSU 42-13. What Milroe have, Josh? 5 rushing touchdowns?
No, four rushing touchdowns, 185 yards on 12 carries. That's like 15 yards a carry.
Is Bama back or is LSU that bad, Josh?
Well, I just want to say that Alabama's defense is starting to starting to gel. I mean, second, third string gave up a touchdown to LSU's first string with 22 seconds left. That's the first touchdown they've given up. I mean, they've given up one touchdown in 8 quarters of SEC ball. And I just think that defense is starting to play better. And, anytime you got Milroe, if he can get comfortable using his legs, then, yeah, they're a dangerous team. I mean, that's not me being biased or anything. I think the defense is really starting to gel. Now, we lost a really good defensive player, fifth-year senior Q Robinson. I think he broke his wrist, but he's out for the season. But we got some other guys to step up. But the secondary is starting to gel. I like that Bray Hubbard who came in for Keon Sabb, white boy safety. I really, really like to see that dude ball out. He's got two starts, 2 interceptions, a few pass breakups, a handful of tackles. I mean, dude's all over the place. But yeah, I think LSU's tackling and their fundamentals on defense is awful. Is awful. I mean, I've seen some replays in slow motion where it just looked like they were trying to tackle Derrick Henry. Where they come up at him and then they kind of slow up because they're scared to absorb the hit, and that's what it kind of a couple of times. And Milroe's not the size of Henry, but I don't know what LSU done for 2 weeks. I know that they were preparing for Milroe to run. The forecast called for rain. In the second half it really didn't rain much, but they knew he was going to run the ball. And we started the game off with a false start and then drove right down the field and scored a touchdown. When we did that, I kind of felt a little bit better. I was like, man, this looks pretty good. It looks like they got the blocking scheme for his running lanes figured out. I like the play calls. I think they look good. They just got to finish strong. They can't play down to these teams. They got an FCS opponent in Mercer this week, who's 9-1. Mercer is. I remember one year Alabama played the Citadel. It was 50-13 was the final score, but it was 10-10 at halftime. So we don't need Alabama to play down. They got to go to Norman next week, and Oklahoma's off this week. And I know they're ticked off of how they lost to Missouri and them being off and being able to rest up.
Yeah, if you lose to Oklahoma, you shouldn't. I mean,
speaking of Oklahoma, I'm going to apology for everybody.
Dude, I already did, man.
We've apologized 12, 15 times.
DeVito from my lock of the week.
Yeah, man.
I won. It's called a lock. It's called a lock.
I was locked.
It's called a lock.
I took time out of my day to call you and let you know that I took accountability for vetoing your pick.
Josh did.
A lock is supposed to be.
I was
definite.
Confident, son.
Duke was definite. NC State was trash.
My lock was trash, dude.
Preston, any thoughts? I know you said you saw the second half. Any thoughts on Bama? Is Bama back or is LSU not there?
I think it's a combination of both. I've been saying for weeks now LSU is just vastly overrated. I mean, the fact that they won that game, with the refs' assistance at South Carolina, they haven't looked, terribly, great throughout the season. The way that they lost it versus Texas A&M. Just the cult, just all the effect coming together, Saturday. I mean, they just looked just pitiful, out of position, couldn't tackle, couldn't make completed passes. They just couldn't get out of their own way. They just looked bad. They really just, it's simple as that. They looked bad. They did not look like a team that deserved to be on the same field. Yeah, I mean, but I do think Alabama, they're good. And you look at the conditions that they were put in. They didn't need to throw the ball. When Josh is like Josh said it, when you're getting 15 yards to carry from your quarterback, why the hell do you throw that ball? Like, make them stop me, and then we'll stop. They beat the dog shit out of them on Saturday, and it was nice of them to stop scoring when they did, because they probably could have put up a few more of them. Realistically, probably could have put up more.
Hey, I got an interesting stat I just want to put out there. Alabama has more wins in Baton Rouge than LSU has in the series.
Interesting.
Oh, Georgia lost their first game. One of their first game lost besides Alabama in like 52 games or something.
Yeah. But I thought, I was like, I mean, I heard that a couple of years ago. I heard it again yesterday, and I was like, man, that's That's a great stat, dude. As bad as much as the media and everybody hypes up what Death Valley is and Baton Rouge at night, it's like Alabama has more wins at your stadium than you do in the whole series. Don't call it a rivalry, please.
Yeah. Bryson, any other thoughts on the game? You want to keep moving?
What are y'all laughing about?
My stomach's making some noises over
Bryson
here.
sounds like he's about to have to run to the bathroom.
Well, my stomach is rumbling.
Who the hell sits at damn 9 o'clock?
Do you not? I got 10 bathrooms. I shit all day. You never heard that one?
I shout out. I got a gallbladder. I got IBS, so I got
the game. Any thoughts?
Right.
Any other thoughts on the Alabama?
Yeah,
game?
I mean, Mildew's back. I guess. I mean, 15 yards of carry, 4 or 5 touchdowns. I mean, damn. I mean, run the damn ball.
You
Bert.
might can go out there and get 20 yards against LSU though.
Hey, oh.
Suck that hind tit, bitch.
Yeah.
How about that? They doing that on
shout out to Pat McAfee. What a great.
He did it to the coach too. He did it to Brian Kelly too. That's wild.
Well, they stole that.
Captain knows about that Cole Brown. If I say Cole Brown at work, it's time. He covers my safety. I say Cole Brown, I got to go. That's Cole Brown. But
they stole that from the HBCUs. It's something that the bands play at HBCUs called "Talking Out the Side of Your Neck." And I don't know how the hell they added those words in. Whose idea was it to put those words in there? Taylor, my wife, says it's really weird, to say that about an animal. And then a big shout out too to them having the live tiger down on the field that wasn't even their tiger. They rented a tiger.
Yeah, shout out.
They rented a tiger. I mean, how embarrassing is that? That ain't even your tiger. That ain't even Mike the tiger. Some tiger you rented from some zoo.
Yeah.
And you put him in some kind of fiberglass. I mean, some kind of damn plexiglass cage out there.
Is that something you can really do though? Just rent a tiger from the zoo? Because I'd be interested. I
mean, I'm guessing you can. The governor did it. I mean, you gonna tell the governor no?
Cole Brown.
Anyway, a couple more things. I know there's not.
Tiger Kings.
Is called. A couple more things. This was kind of interesting. Jason Lyer.
Yeah.
Lock.
Says Lock. Whatever.
I think that's Indiana.
He said BYU is just 2022 TCU. I would compare. Yeah, I would say Indiana, but I haven't. I don't know. I mean, BYU do keep squeaking by. They squeaked by the other night. So.
And me and Josh talked about that game on the phone. A little bit.
Dude, they got robbed.
Yeah, they did.
They got robbed, dude. That was not a defensive holding. And I mean, it was a ticky-tacky call. It had no effect on the play at all. The dude was already being sacked right at the goal line on 4th and 10, and they give him a damn holding call, give him a first down, give him life, and they go down there and kick a field goal to win. And I felt bad for Utah. The Utes, they were all standing on the edge of the stadium ready to rush the field, and then they had to go home with that. And their athletic director calling out the refs, saying they got robbed and this and that. And I think he took it a little too far. I mean, bad calls happen. You should have stopped them. They only gave them 10 yards. Y'all should have stopped them.
Yeah. Any other games you guys wanted to mention? All right, let's talk before we get into the games. I guess we could do this first. Playoff rankings. Does anybody have any thoughts on the playoff ranking? And Preston, you said you came up with your own playoff ranking. Do y'all want to do that first? Let's look at that first. He came up with his own playoff ranking.
Tell us about it, Preston.
First of all, before you do that, anybody's reaction to the playoff ranking they have now? Agree or disagree?
I disagree.
I disagree too.
I don't think I have it. I mean, obviously mine's slightly different. I disagree. I think some teams took a hit. Like SMU fell a spot, not playing a game. Some teams went up. I mean, yeah, some kind of crazy stuff. But I can give you my top 12. Josh, can you pull it up? I don't know if you're using your phone or not. Can somebody pull up the top 12 that the committee came out, and we'll compare my top 12 to that, and I'll give you how my playoff.
I believe I got it right here. Yeah, I think it's. Go ahead.
And a few of them are very similar. So I've got Oregon at 1, 2 Ohio State, 3 I've got BYU, 4 I have Indiana, 5 I have Penn State, 6 I have Tennessee, 7, I have Texas. 8, I have Miami. 9, I have Notre Dame. 10, Boise State. 11, SMU. And 12, Washington State. So I have a few of the ones that are in the same position, like Oregon, Ohio State. Then I have a couple that are slightly higher.
Did you say Bama?
No, I do not have Bama in the top 12.
So you don't have Bama. You don't have Ole Miss either.
I do not have Ole Miss in there. I've got them below a couple others just because they're a 2-loss team. I've got them slightly out.
But it matters. It don't matter who you play.
What do you mean?
I don't agree with playoff rank, but I don't agree with yours either.
No, and that's the good thing. We're only 10 weeks into the season. You're not going to agree with everything. You have other teams that have to play each other. This is how I see that it should be right now. I don't know how you couldn't have BYU, who's 1 loss, Tennessee 1 loss, Texas 1 loss, Miami 1 loss, Notre Dame. I don't know how you put Ole Miss over those teams. Ole Miss.
First of all, how do you have Texas over Georgia? That's what I want to know.
Because they only have 1 loss. They only have 1 loss as of right now.
Nobody. They have beat nobody.
Indiana.
It's you and I both know it now.
If that's the case, Clemson should be fucking number 12.
I don't even have them in the top. I've got them at like 22 if I was to go all of it. I don't even think they're that good.
Who's Ohio State beat?
Nobody.
What have you done for me now? That's how the committee always puts their weight in it anyways. You and I, all of us can agree on that. They beat the dog shit out of nobody. I get it, Indiana, but they beat the fuck out of them 45-0. That matters. They beat the fuck out of them, okay? Texas beat the fuck out of Florida. They are hot right now. I get they lost a couple weeks ago. Yada, yada, yada. 1 loss. You'll more than likely have to seed some of these teams. And a lot of those teams like Alabama, Georgia, Ole Miss, you and I all know that they're probably.
Where did you have Texas at? Did you have Texas?
I have Texas at 7.
So you have Texas at 7. You don't, and I'm being
1 loss.
They have 1 loss. I get to have 1 loss.
Not to mention your quarterback's going out there fucking throwing the ball to anybody but whoever's got his jersey on. I take that into account. How are you playing right now? It's not a perfect science. I don't think this is how it's going to end, but this is how I see it. Is if it was today, this is how I think it should go out. Obviously, 3 more weeks, Chris. You wouldn't agree to everything. You don't agree with the committee.
Ole Miss is playing well right now. Why not put where's Ole Miss at?
2 losses. I've got my weight right now specifically on how the records comes out as of right now.
He's going off win.
And no, I'm not.
You still have the same. I think you still have how many Big Ten schools you have? 1, 2, 3, 4.
And I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say when I say this.
What?
But it is coming from a team that never plays nobody, and they get in. So I mean that's
you finally play a tough schedule, and you've got 2 losses, Chris. You and I are in the same boat. You have predominantly played weak schedules as well. Josh made the same point earlier in the season.
But no, what I'm saying is
you have 2 losses. I'm coming from my standpoint right now. You're coming from your standpoint.
Yeah.
Nobody.
I'm just saying.
Before let me finish this. All I'm saying is you come from the same standpoint. We both disagree with the committee says, and guess what? The committee has the final say, and you disagree with them now, and they're put together to do this, and you disagree. So of course you're not going to agree with everything.
My opinion. If they're going to do it that way, they should switch up the whole conferences, make the conferences tougher, and not just have. I mean, you can't watch and say the SEC is not the toughest conference. You can't watch and say that. So they need to.
Did I say they weren't? I've got Texas is right now in there.
But I'm saying if that's the case, they need to switch up the conferences and make the conferences tougher in each conference.
No, because the conferences had their own decision. The conferences had their own decision on who they wanted to have in there. They have every opportunity to add whoever they want, and they don't do it all the time. So that's on the conferences. If the conferences wanted to add more teams, they can do it themselves. They got the money to do it, especially the SEC and the Big Ten. If they really wanted to, they could just make it an SEC Big Ten and fuck everybody else, and it just be them. They got all the money to add them. If they want to add them. But as of right now, you've got 4 major conferences, and you've got all your other independents. So I don't want to hear the conferences, the SEC, the Big Ten. Do something about it. Add more schools to the conference.
I'm just saying, you got teams that are not playing nobody, and you got teams that are playing a lot of tough games.
Oregon's number 1. Oregon's number 1 in the nation. Who they played? They played 1 good team in Ohio State. Besides that, who else have they played?
I agree.
Ohio State's only played 1 good team, and they've really lost, but they beat the dog shit out of everybody else. I mean, look, a lot of these teams I think are frauds. I don't think BYU's that good. I don't think
And I don't think Georgia's that good. I do not think Georgia.
Notre Dame's that. I don't. Okay, so all of these right here, I don't think Ohio State, BYU, Indiana, Penn State, Tennessee might be for real. I don't think Miami, Notre Dame, SMU, Boise State, or Washington State. Guess what? If you do the math on that, that's not in my top 12. I don't think they're that really fucking good. I realistically always think it comes down to one or two schools that have a chance to win a national championship anyways. In this new format, we'll see. But as of right now, that's how my top 12 play out.
Shout out to the Gamecocks. I got a 14% making the top 12. If you didn't know that.
Yeah. I don't know if this makes sense, but I don't know. I just feel like they should have, if that's the case, I think some of these one-loss teams, maybe they should have a way towards the end instead of just having top 12, make them play each other to fight for those spots. I don't know.
I mean, it's fine. It's going to play out in the playoffs.
Yeah.
When Penn State played Ole Miss last year, and what happened? And it's going to happen. It's going to happen again this year. Penn State's best win. Who's their best win?
More or less put it at who's their best loss, and that would have been Ohio State. That's a shitty way to look at it.
Their best win, I guess, would be Illinois, 21-7. But a couple of weeks after that, they had to go to overtime with USC.
I think they got a tough schedule to finish off, though, don't they?
No, they got Purdue, Minnesota, and Maryland.
Okay, never mind. That's somebody else.
They're in.
Yeah.
I saw the thing on the Pat McAfee show today that is every favorited team in the SEC wins out, and Missouri wins this weekend. If every favorited team in the SEC remain from now to the end of the season win out, Missouri wins this Saturday, LSU plays Texas A&M in the SEC championship game. Do you think that's indicative of who the top two teams should be in the SEC? No, but that's just the way it plays out.
Well, how many losses Texas A&M got anyway? Just curious. 2 or 3 or 1. Still.
1 against Notre Dame.
Yeah, I think that's 1. So they've been playing good. I mean, they've been all right, but they haven't really, yeah. I don't know, but yeah, everybody's gonna have a different opinion.
No, they got 2. Didn't South Carolina beat the shit out of them?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, so they beat the shit out of them.
Box.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's hard to look at some of this and.
Okay, but here, let me get into what it says.
Georgia beats Tennessee, and Texas beats Texas A&M.
Wow.
It's Alabama's in the SEC championship game because even though Tennessee beat them head to head, since there'll be a multi-way tie, they go against conference opponents' record.
Yeah. All right. So hey, so my top 12, like I said, this is how my playoff bracket. This is how they play each other. So your first round buys, you get Oregon, BYU, Tennessee, and Miami. So it would have Notre Dame traveling to Texas to then play the winner. The winner of that plays Oregon. Washington State would travel to Ohio State. Winner plays Miami. SMU traveling to Indiana in January or late December, early January. To then winner plays Tennessee. And Boise State traveling to Penn State. Winner plays BYU. That's kind of a weird kind of thing. I think hopefully, and God, I really do hope we should have a lot more parity in college football in the next couple of weeks. That hopefully this changes up and get us some crazy things. And obviously the committee's going to do their thing.
It's never going to be perfect, but the
committee's going to give us the best matchups to make the most money. It's most money, most viewership, 100%. Yeah. So we're going to probably get a Notre Dame hosting. So I don't know. I don't think it's possible Notre Dame host. I think they always have to travel since they're an independent.
Yeah. All right, let's get into records for the week. Josh, you got the records?
Yeah, I do.
Excuse me. Player of the week. Did anybody got a player of the week?
Yeah, I got one.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Correct me if I say his name wrong.
Go ahead.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
You did still.
For the Saints. 3 receptions, 109 yards, 2 touchdowns over those Dirty Birds, 20-17. What a great game he had.
The pickup, baby. The pickup. We're back.
We're back. Saints are back.
I thought the player of the game for the Saints would have been Young Hoku.
Poor Kirko.
Yeah, fucking sold us, dude. Sold us so bad.
Shout out to the Saints. Who that? Yeah.
What you saying, Josh?
I said I thought the player of the game for the Saints would have been Young Hoku.
Yeah, he did.
He sold the fuck out of that game.
Yeah, that was funny. And watching that in the dang casino. You got Preston player of the week?
Yeah, I like Shadir Sanders, man. 291 yards, 3 touchdowns, putting his Buffs in a position that they could technically, if they went out, they could play BYU, win the Big 12, and could potentially have a first-round bye.
We coming.
I don't think anybody saw this coming a couple weeks ago. I mean, they kind of were skating by. Now they're starting to play good football, albeit they were playing on the lower tier of the Big 12 teams. You know, I think they've got one or two more matchups that are decent teams over 500. But, you know, there's a possibility we could see a BYU Colorado Big 10.
I think Colorado falls this week, but we'll see.
Potentially.
Josh, did you have player of the week? I was going with the same thing with Bryson had. I was messing with y'all. I wanted to do Marquez. I mean, pick up for the Saints, but
hell pick up.
I mean, you know who I'm going with, and that's Mill Run.
Mill Run,
He's
4
back.
rushing touchdowns. How many yards did he end up with? Anybody know?
I mean, he had 185 rushing yards, 109 passing yards.
Yeah.
But in two games against LSU, he's got 330 rushing yards and 8 touchdowns.
Rant of the week before we get into the picks. Clay says,
that's what I was going to rant. Yeah, that's going to be my rant of the week. We stayed at this cabin up there in North Carolina. Very nice cabin, you know, up in the woods, up in the mountains, wood, you know, everywhere. And the world's smallest toilet. Like Clay said, I feel like I was a golf ball sitting on the tee when I was using the bathroom. When I had to go take care of some business, I feel like a golf ball sitting on the tee. I mean, you couldn't. I mean, man, it was tough. But,
you putting that work in on that toilet that weekend?
Man, yeah, the work was hot. The casino bathrooms were very disgusting. In the morning they were fine, but because you know nobody was in there. But after the night game, everybody was getting drunk. Double shot of vodka, cranberry was flowing. I mean, people were just getting nasty. But yeah, shout out to those toilets. It was horrible.
All right, a couple things I want to say, and I know this is not an NFL show. I just want to bring it up. The Bears are an embarrassment. I want to say that. Only thing I want to say that is embarrassment. The Bears should be better than what they are. Losing to the Patriots again. Their offense is terrible. They're making Caleb Williams. I don't think he's great, but they're not helping him very much. Another thing, the Chiefs. I know they hadn't looked good. Don't get me wrong. They're undefeated, but they are underdogs against the Bills. I don't know why. I know the Bills are dominant, whatever, but the Chiefs are undefeated. How do you have them as underdogs? I don't understand that too much.
Game in New York, though?
Yeah, but I don't care. I mean, the team's undefeated. It's just going to give them more fire, and they're going to end up winning that game, in my opinion. But we'll see. And then the last thing was I wanted to say, and the Jets. Jets pretty much the same thing as the Bills or the Bears. Aaron Rodgers, you need to retire. And then but the last thing was people need to stop hating on Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson got dropped last year, and he is playing. He's playing good. He's leading a good team. I know they're playing good for Justin Fields, but I like Russell Wilson. I think the Steelers are a pretty good team. Never know. Got a good defense. They got some pieces over there. Pickens playing well this week. So, yeah, that's my NFL thoughts.
Mike Williams.
Yeah, Mike Williams catching a touchdown. And yeah, the Saints going to lose. I mean, the Falcons going to lose first round. So yeah, let's win that. But
I'll let you have it because you guys won on Sunday, but
no,
it ain't happening.
We always do. We always split. They always split games. Any other thoughts? All right, records, Josh, for the week.
All right, I went 2-3, losing the Florida game like we all did, losing the Georgia game. Michigan, I won that game. You know, they were underdogs, 14.5 points. They lost by 5. Not really impressed there with Indiana and their BS they did. Lost the Vandy, South Carolina game. Won the Alabama game. Went 2-3. Brings my record to 33-22. Chris, rough week for you. You went 1-4 with only winning the Michigan game. You were 32-23, one game behind me. Bryson, you went 3-2. You were one game behind us coming into the week. So you are now tied with me at 33-22.
Back.
Preston, you went 2-3, and you are now 3 games under 500 at 26-29.
I'm fucking cooked.
Chris and Preston hit their locks of the week. Me and Bryson did not.
What was your lot?
Minus BYU -4.
What did you change it to?
BYU.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. Oh, okay. What was yours, Josh?
Mine was Pitt -7.5 West
Oh,
Virginia.
yeah, I took that.
Virginia.
Too. Messed up one of my damn parlay, but I had BYU anyway. I took that shit too.
But I mean, who would have thought that, dude? Virginia at Pitt. Like, I'm highly disappointed.
There he is.
The only
How
thing
many weeks in a row have I gotten the lock correct?
Shout out to Graham. Shout out to G Hat. He's back. Graham's back.
I just want to say, yeah, Preston, you are getting the luck right pretty well. I just want to say, I don't think my
you lost to Virginia in week 8. So 1, 2, 3 weeks ago, you lost Virginia and North Carolina.
Yeah, I just want to say, I did say I thought Georgia was going to get blown out in that game. I will say. The last game, I said I thought Georgia was going to get killed. I said I thought Ole Miss was going to beat them. I picked with my heart. I have to pick Georgia. I'm not going to not pick Georgia. So, just going to say that. But anyway, let's get into the games. Here we are going to start. Not too many great games this week, but there's some good ones. Saturday at noon, number 3, Texas at Arkansas. Texas favored by 13.5. Preston, start us off.
We've seen, some crazy things happen with Arkansas, but I don't think the way Texas is playing the last couple of weeks that I think Texas even stumbles here. I think Texas lays it down here. I like Texas -13.5. Big number.
Bryson.
Yeah, I have to agree. I hate to bet, but they got going with Texas. They're just playing some damn good football right now. And like Preston said, I don't think they're just going to walk over all Arkansas. But yeah, Texas with points.
Arkansas is kind of a weird team. They've had some good games. They've had some bad, but I'm still not a huge fan of them. As far as I know, they got that young quarterback that can run, but I think he got hurt at one point. But yeah, I'm riding with Texas. I don't think 13.5 is enough. So I'm just gonna go to Texas while they're playing well. I know it's at Arkansas, but gonna ride with Texas. Josh.
Yeah, man. Arkansas had a week off, rested up, preparing for Texas. I'm gonna pick Arkansas here to keep it a little closer than 13.5. Early game in Fayetteville. I think Texas wins, but I think they win by 10.
Yeah, and they can. My mistake.
But it could go the other way. I'm just,
Buters has turned over the ball, if I'm not mistaken, a few times, I believe. So,
yep.
I would not be surprised this game.
I mean, I know Sam Pittman's going to have his guys fired up, ready to roll. So,
yep. All right, let's go next game. So it's 3v1 there. Let's go to Saturday at noon again. We're going number 20 Clemson at Pittsburgh. What's Pittsburgh got? 2 losses now.
Yep.
So Clemson
look like crap the last 2 games.
Exactly. Pittsburgh.
Disregard.
That's where I want to go, dude. If we go to Pittsburgh,
I can't find them on a map.
Hey, I need a scholarship there, bud. I'll be a walk on.
All right, Clemson favored by 10.5. Josh, lead us off.
Yeah, man. Clemson's offense hadn't looked good. Pittsburgh hadn't looked good. 10.5 is a lot of points. It's at Pittsburgh. God dang, man. I wrote down Pittsburgh. I think Clemson wins this game, but I don't think it's close. 10 might be the threshold. That half point is what got me. So I'm going Pittsburgh. Yeah, Graham. That's what I'm talking about, dude.
So Josh, you're kind of 50-50. You just go Clipsburg and right down the middle.
Yeah, right. Split it right. Hey, split right down the middle, baby.
You can go 2-2-1 this week if you really want to. But yeah, well, shout to Clipsburg.
I'm taking Pitt. Give me Pitt. Bryce.
Yeah, I mean, you got to clip that. I mean, that's probably the best. Chris is legit crying over here. He is tearing up.
Go.
But yeah, I'm going Pittsburgh, not Clipsburg, but Pittsburgh. Give me Pitt. Yeah, shout out.
Preston.
Give me Pittsburgh with the points. We do not play good versus Pittsburgh. We lost the last 2 times we've played there. We just
We're gonna blow them out, man. God,
we are not good versus Pittsburgh. The only time we've played good versus
Oh, you're
them is
taking. Hold on, time out. You're taking Pittsburgh.
I'm taking them with the points. Yes.
Oh my god.
yeah, Clay.
Oh,
More like
how do you-
nose guard.
Nobody's ever picked against you.
Yeah,
Shout out to Graham.
the nose tackle.
Clipsburg to the moon. Might be my new favorite team. Cox and Clipsburg go hand in hand.
Clay said we should, walk on as a nose guard.
Yeah, I cannot wait to go to work tomorrow. First thing I see Graham in the morning, he's going to say, shout out to Clipsburg.
Oh, what's their mascot?
Crying. Anyway, I can't believe you're picking it against your team. Did you finish, Preston? I'm sorry.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, we don't play
I
good
can't
against
believe
them.
you're against your team. I should have just picked Ole Miss.
We're making a T-shirt off of that one right now. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah,
I was thinking that. That's a good one.
Jeez.
Somebody in chat come up with a mascot.
Oh, he did. Graham did.
All right, come on. Let's see. What's it say, Graham?
The beans.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into
Wow,
the next
Chris
game.
is legit crime.
All right.
I lost
Saturday, 4:15, number 23 at Missouri. I'm off.
He's done. He's
Number 23 Missouri at number 21 South Carolina. South Carolina favored by 12.5. Give me the Cox. They've been playing well.
Yeah.
I'm taking South Carolina. Yeah, I'm going Alabama. No, I think South Carolina's too good. Missouri, I don't care who. Like I said, I'd rather the backup play, but I just think South Carolina's been hot, man. Maybe they can do something, and I don't think they can sneak into. What do they got? 2 losses, 3.
Bye, Josh.
All right, shout out to Roll Tide Papa. The Clipsburg done got him.
All right, he'll be back. He's going to Clipsburg. Coming back. Okay, Preston, who you got?
Yeah, I mean, South Carolina's playing damn good football right now. Beamer ball, 2.0 is, going down there in Columbia. I like
3.
them to lay it.
Sorry, I was reading. Sorry, he said 3 losses. Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, I like South Carolina to cover here, 12.5.
Yeah, Bryson.
Brady Cook, no Cook, no your Cook. Cox by 90.
All right, Josh, if you want to know all our picks here,
Cox by 90.
we all took Carolina.
Here.
You can't hear? What did you do? Can you hear us now?
Can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you.
Preston, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear us? We hear you.
I can't hear y'all.
All right, here we go. Disregard.
Can you hear them, Preston?
Yes.
Do you need us to?
Oh,
Well,
hell.
We can put it in our phone. You want me to call you?
I don't know what
I
you
don't
did.
know what the hell happened. I
Hey,
cannot hear y'all.
Roll Tide Papa.
Son of a bitch.
As you see, the captain is now struggling.
You need me to call you? Can you hear us if we?
But tell him to put the headset back on because we could still at least hear him.
Yeah, if you put your headset on and you're on the phone, we can hear you at least. And you can hear us, I guess. Can you hear Preston through the TV?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, we can hear you.
Disregard.
Can y'all hear the phone?
Holy
Oh my God!
hell, what was that?
Something just happened.
Oh, Clipsburg.
Hello, Joshua. Can you hear us?
All right. Well, Jesus Christ. All right.
All right.
We'll be sorry.
Yeah.
Who's ever listened to this? Good eardrums.
Uh,
Any questions in the chat? Y'all throw out some questions. Can you hear us now?
No.
No, we can't hear
Can
you.
hear you.
What about
Have
now?
you, have you tried
No.
turning it on and off?
We hear you now.
Oh shit! You hung up on me.
Oh, did you? Oh, you wanted me to stay on the phone? Fuck. Hold on.
Well, you asked him like he's gonna be able to hear you. You asked him like he could hear you.
All right.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be an echo, isn't it?
No.
Oh, I can hear you perfectly fine.
Yeah, to make sure there's no echo or anything.
Yeah, just keep Josh on speakerphone.
All right.
We all took the Cox by 90. Like I told, I mean, cook, no cook, who cares?
Okay, so we all took South Carolina.
Yeah, South Carolina.
All right. My bad, y'all. I don't know what's going on with my
No,
thing.
well, hear us. We got you pretty much muted.
Wow.
Like y'all are, it's
Yeah.
coming in and out in my headset. I think there's a short in something.
Yeah.
Have
It's
you tried
probably-
turning it off and on?
Did you
can only
try?
find
Hey,
this entertainment at C&BSports.com.
I think you're muted now. Josh, try plugging it into a different audio spot. Do you have a different audio spot you can plug it into? Try the other plug-in, the other audio spot. Okay.
Can't hear him.
This episode is cooked.
It's all right. Don't worry about it.
Brought to you by vodka and cranberry.
Yeah, shout.
We just
Vodka
can't
Cranberry.
hear you now. So I think you might have muted yourself. We unmute you. No.
Josh, don't fuck
I think you unplugged it or something.
We're done, boys. We're
If we just need to put you on the phone and you take off the headset, that's fine too.
You're talking to him because you hung up on him. Now the
I
man,
didn't hang up on him. He hung up on me.
the man is just swimming in darkness right now. Don't know what's going on.
I'm just going to tell him to mute, and then we'll.
All of the loyal listeners don't know what's going on. Technical difficulties. You need to put that like little hang in there, babe photo with the cat.
Hey,
Yeah, this is tough, boys. Yeah, this ain't a good look for
what
the
do you
show.
have? What do you have hooked up now? What the hell? No, we can't. We can hear you through the phone, but we can hear everything else now.
Thank you, Graham, for sticking around. We appreciate it.
Okay, but what did you do? We can't hear you now. What do you have the
Is your
settings?
mic muted.
What do you have the
Unmute your
settings
mic.
as? Check.
Try going on.
I tried. Hold
All right,
on.
bam.
Hold
Ah,
on.
damn.
Christ. Can you
All
hear
right.
us? We're good.
There we
We're
go.
back.
All right, we're back.
You can hear us?
All right,
Yeah.
Carolina. We all took
There we
Carolina. Josh.
All right.
Yeah.
I took
We're
South
by
Carolina.
90.
All right. I'm gonna try not to move or record doesn't short out.
Let's get through it. Carolina, who you got, Josh? Carolina?
Yep.
All right, everybody taking Carolina.
Cox by 90.
Let's get into the next game. Two more games. We got Saturday, 7:30. Number 7, Tennessee at number 12, Georgia. Georgia favored by 10.5. Bryson, who you got?
Man, this is tough. I think it's gonna be a good game, but I like Tennessee here. I could see Georgia winning either by 7 or 3. This is gonna be a good game, but I gotta take Tennessee plus the points.
Preston.
Yeah, I agree with Bryson. I could really see Georgia winning this game late, but I think 10.5 points with the way Tennessee's defensive line and offense has been going recently. I like Tennessee to cover this game plus 10.5.
Josh.
All right. I thought about taking the under on this.
Yes.
Both offenses are kind of wishy
I like the under. I
and
like the under.
both
That could be a
defenses
lot.
can be really good. I don't think that Nico is as good as Jackson Dart, so I don't think they're going to be able to dice them up like that. But I think this line is too much. I think I mean, who knows? I know Nico's been practicing, and I'm thinking they're setting the line. It's going to change when they find out that he is going to play. That line will change drastically, I think. But yeah, I'm going to take Tennessee here plus 10.5. I think Georgia may squeak out a win, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout. Although it could be. They blew them out last year. So
What is the I'm sorry, what did we say what was the over under in that game anyway?
And they're like 58,
48.
48.
I like the under. I do. But no, I didn't go with my gut last week. My gut is telling me this week that Georgia is going to blow them out. So I'm gonna take Georgia. I think
Take
Georgia.
that over. Take the over.
I think Georgia wins this game. I haven't liked Tennessee. I haven't liked them all year. Well, I mean, early in the year they were playing well, but I'm not Not a huge fan of him. Not a huge fan of the quarterback. So, got to take. Well, I can't say the quarterback, just the offense as a whole. Georgia's got to get the run game going. And I like you said, I don't know if they'll be able to do it this game because they're facing top rush defense. But I think Beck's got something's got to happen here. I think
I like Graham's line here.
Over under 2.5 interceptions. I'm hoping it's going to be under this way. I'm hoping. Like I said, seriously, this is gut feeling. I think Georgia. I mean, come on, man. Kirby Smart's going to be out there. He's going to be on the offense. He's going to be playing. He's going to be out there playing cornerback, and he's going to be out there playing quarterback.
Shout out to Kirby Smart.
You know how you watch Angels in the outfield? Have you seen the movie? Angels in the Outfield?
Yeah.
That is going to be fucking Kirby Smart this weekend. He is an angel on the field for the Bulldogs. Give me Georgia. Georgia wins big. Hey, $20 bet. Lock it in. Do I get 10.5?
Huh?
No.
Fuck no.
We'll just take.
Your favorite 10.5.
We take it straight up. You taking Tennessee straight up?
Yeah.
All right, straight up. We'll take Tennessee. All right, $20. Well, I'm down with that.
I got Clicksburg by 30.
By 69.
Hey, I got Pittsburgh in a parlay this week, so 1-4 left. Anyway, last game here. Saturday, 7:30, number 1 Oregon at Wisconsin. Oregon favored by 14.5. Josh, who you got?
Yeah, give me the Ducks. It's at Wisconsin? What time is it?
Night game.
It is at Wisconsin's. That quarterback they have, he's still. I mean, he wasn't no good. Dan Dyke, he been done. Right?
And Josh, I'm
still going. I'm going with the Ducks.
Man, Josh, I think you're thinking like I was, man. That time, 7:30. I don't know. That's just
who you got.
Something's throwing me off at that time. I don't like Vegas knows something. I don't like how low that line is, but I'll go with my gut. I'm going with the Ducks, but man, something I don't know. Vegas knows something we don't, so but I'll go with the Ducks.
I'm just looking here. Preston, who you got? I already know who I'm taking, but go ahead.
Quack, 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 quack. I think they fucking laid on the Badgers. Ducks minus 14.5.
I just happened to go back and look at scores here. I mean, Iowa is putting up some points this year.
Yeah, they are. That's weird.
I was going to say Wisconsin lost 42-10 with Iowa. Give me the Ducks. I was taking the Ducks anyway. But I think if they're able to put up points, I just don't think Wisconsin's really hadn't put up that many points this year besides against Purdue. They dominated. Hadn't watched too much Wisconsin's bat besides when the quarterback went out. That's about it. Sid at least throwing 3, Clay says. Camp Randall gets rowdy for their Badgers. Oregon still crushes them. Now, and then he says, let go, guys. How are? Some good words, man. Yeah.
Let go, guys. How are?
Hey, yeah. Anyway,
not about that double vodka and cranberry.
All right, so I'm taking Oregon too. So everybody got the Ducks, or besides Wisconsin, right?
No, everybody took Oregon.
Okay, everybody took Oregon.
Earthquake.
Yeah, earthquake. Locks of the week. Who do we got? Preston.
Yeah, I like LSU minus 4.5 this week. I think they're going to get it done. I think they're going to bounce back. I don't think they're a good team, but I think they're going to win the game.
Is that line 4.5 on the betting page?
It was 4.5.
I will look while we're still going. Bryson, was that going to be your lock?
No, but Preston, I agree. I agree with you 100% on that. That's a great pick. I mean, hey, yeah, you're coming to the swamp, but man, our Lagway has been practicing. He is trying I think they're going to try to push him this week for him to play against LSU. With that being said, I don't think that's going to help any.
It is 4.5.
Our defense is just awful.
It is 4.5, Josh.
All right.
Did you have one?
Oh, you want me to go next?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right. I'm 50-50 on this, but I'm for sure this should hit. Ohio State Northwestern over 44.5. I don't see why it's so low. I mean, Ohio State's offense is.
It could win like 31-3 though.
It could be
It won
something like that.
45-0 on Saturday.
What is it? 41 and a half?
44 and a half.
44 and a half? Is that what it is on the page?
It is. I believe that's what I saw. Damn it. Well, it is 44.
All right, 44.
Even better, 44. Josh, did you have one?
Yeah. I got Memphis minus 14 over the University of Alabama Birmingham Blazers.
Not the Dragons.
Like 2-7 UAB at 8-2 Memphis.
Was that the school Trent Dilfer was the coach of?
Yeah, UAB.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just looking, Northwestern time put up points for shit.
Is it 14 on the betting page?
I will let you know here in just a second. What time's that game?
I think it's at 3:30.
Question: where's that game being played at? Is that Northwestern game being played at Northwestern or at Ohio State?
Western at 12 o'clock.
So that's actually not played at Northwestern. That's played at the Lake, isn't it? The Lake that hosts like 15,000, 20,000 people.
Maybe that'll help. Maybe that'll give them the boost to score. So
because it's like a small stadium. Because Duke went and played there early in the first or second game of the season. Because Northwestern Stadium is under renovation, so they're playing at this like makeshift stadium that's right there on Lake. On the
Josh,
Lake
that game is at 8 o'clock, and it is 14 over the Blazers. I am taking, as long as it's the same here, I'm going with the game we talked about. What time is the game? I know. What time is Carolina game?
3:30.
3:30? Or is that 12?
I believe it's 3:30.
4:15. That's right. I am taking Carolina minus 13.5 over Missouri.
Great play.
How much? 13 and a half now?
That's what I have on here. What is it? What do we have on the thing?
12 and a half, wasn't it?
All right, we're still rolling with it.
I mean, Carolina's defense is clicking right now. I mean, offense is starting to click. I mean, Lenore's is looking more comfortable.
I'm probably going to bring him.
It's just
I'm probably going to bring him bad luck.
And shout to Graham. Graham told me 14% chance for the Gamecocks to make the playoffs.
Yes, I mean, it was 12 and a half.
Graham called it 2 weeks ago. Carolina's winning out is what he said.
No.
All right, so 12 and a half on our
so it's going to be 13.5 in the locks of the week. So just remember that.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
Yeah, the only other one I did like the one you said about the Tennessee. I almost thought about changing that Tennessee and Georgia under, but
nighttime between the hedges, the fans are going to wear all black. I wonder if them dogs are going to come out in them blackout jerseys.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on the week? Everybody, who's the Falcons got this week, guys?
Play Denver in Denver.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, that's right. I took him. I took a money line. So
who's money line?
Denver money line?
No, I took Falcons money line.
Fucking thought.
Well, you guys just lost to probably the worst team in football. Calm down over there. What?
No, we didn't. We beat Dallas a couple weeks ago.
Did you say White Claw Boy? Did you say the Cox were going to win out?
Didn't like you saying that. Didn't like you saying that.
Bro, you guys are not going to beat Clemson.
I mean,
is it in Clemson? That game in Clemson?
Yeah. We're not winning that game.
Y'all got to figure something out on offense because
they're not even really a rival.
Graham, time out.
Like
so you guys, that's why last week of the season.
Yes.
Graham, prepare for the. Hey, you're coming on that show. Prepare, Graham. You're more than welcome. That show, you Carolina fans, one of you guys got to come on. So we'll do that.
Isn't Jason? What's his name?
Yeah, but Graham's probably the most rowdy.
Hey, Graham said, "Say less, he's on."
All right, so Graham's on. Prepare for that day the week before.
It's going to be a natural light versus a White Claw battle. I mean, this is going to be
no.
This is going to be.
I'm a Coors Light guy. I just drink the White Claws because
Jake Paul. I mean, this is a matchup we all been waiting for. My God.
What do y'all think about that fight that's happening?
Who gives a damn? I'd rather watch the Joe
Klitzberg. Come on, man.
Who am I talking about?
Well, you'd rather watch them beans.
I'd rather watch the UFC fight.
You'd rather watch Klittsburg State.
John Bones Jones and the big Stipe Miocic. I'd rather watch that.
Well, I mean, Netflix, that fight on Netflix is free, right?
It's gonna be free. All I gotta do is look it up online.
Chris said he's not watching, but we all know who's gonna be watching it.
No, I'm just saying.
It's on Friday night though, so I mean, you can still watch it on Saturday.
Yeah, I'll be working. What time's the game?
9 o'clock.
So the fight's at 9 o'clock. Is it like I'm just gonna be able to click on Netflix and watch it without paying anything?
It's the same concept as when they did the hot dog eating contest in July for Jaws and them.
So since I already pay for Netflix, I already got it. Well, I just cannot believe that we're here in November of 2024 talking about a Mike Tyson fight when I was 11 years old talking about a Mike Tyson fight.
Don't get me wrong. I'd love to see Mike Tyson knock out somebody, but there's no knockouts. What am I? I'm just going to sit here and watch them punch each other.
Hold on.
Yes, there is.
How the hell can they determine there's no knockouts?
Because it's fake.
Mike Tyson
is fake.
Let me tell you this right now. Mike Tyson is willing to take that knockout just to lose, to knock his ass out.
Bryson, y'all, everybody says this. Oh, every boxing fight. Oh my God, there's gonna be a big knock. Oh my God, there's not. I will bet any amount of money y'all want to bet that there will not. There might be a knockdown. There will not be a knockout this fight. Nobody will knock nobody out.
There used to be knockouts.
There used to be.
But yeah, I just don't see how they can sit there and say, "Oh yeah, it's against the rules to knock them out." I mean, that's what the goal is.
Thank you, Graham. Thank you.
What did Graham say?
Don't get me wrong. I will see the highlights, whatever. If it's on Twitter, I'll scroll through it. If I'm at somebody's house and they have it on, I'll sit there and watch it, whatever. But I'm not going to sit and waste my time of day and turn that shit on my TV.
Please clip Preston holding his cat.
I love my cat.
What are you, Dr. Evil?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, appreciate everybody watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, and like TikTok as well, and YouTube, download Spotify, whatnot. But appreciate you watching. Peace.
Shout out to Klittsburg.
All right, boys. Good one. Oh, that's funny. White Claw and a cat guy. Good Lord.
Damn.
You like dogs, though, don't you? Didn't you have a dog at one point, or are you more of a cat?
I have a Siberian Husky, yes.
You still do, or is it?
Yes.
Do you have it, or is that your dad's?
I have them.
Oh, I didn't know you had one. I didn't know if you were like not allowed to have a dog in an apartment or what.
I know it's a hassle to have one in an apartment.
The only reason I'm a dog guy, I like dogs too, but I mean, man, there's just so much work.
They are. No, listen, man. The phrase "pet peeve" came from somebody having a fucking pet. That's why it's called pet peeve, because they're nothing but peeves. They're peevies. You know what I mean?
She didn't like that.
they are such a. They're just a hassle, man. That's
I can't stand.
I mean, Preston's in perfect shape, though. You know, I don't know. Preston, are you single?
Mm-hmm.
Single guy living in an apartment. That's perfect, you know. But for a family man, or you know, no. Unless you got like 20 acres, and you know the dog can just roam around wherever. But yeah, I got to get up there, take these dogs out, feed them, take them outside, put them in their pen. And if it's raining, they can't stay outside all day, so they got to come inside and stay in the crate. Because I'd be damned if the dog's gonna roam.
Be a farm animal like a pig or something. Something I could.
I had a goat.
You would like a pig. You would like a pig.
Hey, I had a goat.
I can have that when I go out of town. Somebody just got to feed it.
Look, I had a goat once. I had a pig once. Did I tell y'all the story about that pig?
Mm-mm.
Dude. I had a potbelly pig. I had a roommate that had a pit bull. This pig would violate this pit bull. The pit bull, she would just tear his ass up. But it didn't matter. Pig skin is so thick. I'm talking, she would just rip him around. And he wouldn't even bleed. One day I went outside, and I mean, it was
alive, Josh. We are still alive.
I don't care. It was an embarrassment. It was embarrassment. I had some people over. We're on the back porch grilling or whatever, and I look out there, and that pig is humping that dog. And then eventually that dog got tired of it and laid back and let it go to Klitsburg town, buddy. That dog was wallering out in it with his mouth. I was like, oh my God, this is gross, dude. This is gross. I don't know if if that dog ever got pregnant with a new species of animal, but yeah, it was horrible, dude. That was back in some of my bad days that I had back then. I walk across the street and look over at my house and be like, who the hell lives over there? Dude had a damn goat. Goat got on the school bus one day. Got on the damn school bus. Didn't even have no kids in school. Didn't have no kids in school. And I had to knock on the door. The damn goat done got on the school bus. The goat didn't do nothing but shit. Like, that's all goats do is shit. Yeah, I had to get rid of the goat.
All right, boys, if you are live, we're ending it. Appreciate you coming on the live stream.
Old McDonald's farm.